What is going on, everybody? ASS Rules back again with another video, and we are here for my 2023 SummerSlam predictions video. Now, I normally do my predictions videos for premium live events or pay-per-views. I specify what's saying both on Saturdays, but I'm trying something a bit different because I just feel that if I upload on Saturday and the show is on Saturday, there's not enough time in the window to watch both, because I personally don't think I would go back and watch a prediction video after an event happens, but that's just me. Maybe you're different. If you're watching the video in general, I thank you. But anyways, doing it a bit different this time and uploading it on the Thursday, and I'm going to think that nothing else is going to be announced for the show that would make it that outdated, but if it is, it is. So, got 8 matches to talk about. Let's go right through them. The first matchup being the SummerSlam Battle Royale. I'm going to predict LA Knight to win this. He's the biggest name in the match so far. There's 6 people announced, so they got to obviously add more people, but he's the biggest name announced so far. He's a top merch seller now. He has a lot of momentum going for him, and he did not win the Money in the Bank like predicted. So let's make it right and make me predicting LA Knight again to win a big match at a premium live event take place and have it happen here. I don't know how to feel about... I don't care. I'm not... That sounded asshole-ish. Anyways, I don't mind them having a Battle Royal on the card. It's different because a lot of times you have a Battle Royal on the card just to get more people involved, but obviously there's still names and people that won't be involved in this card, so I don't really know the purpose of the Battle Royal besides whoever's going to win to get a big prize, which, to my knowledge, there's not even a big prize yet. So maybe I'm going to tell you now, I'm 100% overthinking this whole card. I've looked over it time and time again, and I've just been overthinking. So this is the first match I'm overthinking it, but I'm going to just predict LA Knight. Next matchup, Ricochet versus Logan Paul. I got to specify it. Every time Logan Paul competes, which in my opinion is too much. Logan Paul, from what I've seen in the ring, I try to avoid because I'm not a big Logan Paul fan. From what I've seen, is good. But, like I just said, I don't like Logan Paul. I don't care for Logan Paul. I just kind of wish... I'm not going to say I would wish he would, move on, but it's just I don't want to watch him. I know other people do, and that's fine. That's fair. I just why do I constantly have to keep watching him? But this time around, he is facing Ricochet, and, I was just bashing and saying I don't like the guy. I do think he's going to win this match because it's been quite a while since he has actually gotten a victory, and think that's going to change this time around. Next matchup is an MMA rules match between Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Now, I don't know exactly what an MMA rules match is. I believe it is knockout and submission only, is from what I have seen, because on Wikipedia, they don't explain what an MMA rules match is. They also don't explain on WWE.com. In my opinion, an MMA rules, it'd be an MMA fight. 15 minutes, 3 rounds, judges, all that crap. But that is overcomplicated for the average person that will most likely be watching this event. So I just think it's going to be a badass bout. That's what they probably should have called it. I'm going to predict Ronda Rousey to win this. I know a lot of people don't like Ronda Rousey. I personally, it doesn't matter to me. But I just feel that she still has some type of value. And since she has came back from the Royal Rumble last year, she has lost a lot, especially comparing to her last run where she only lost one freaking match. So I just feel that her losing again would just be a slightly bad look, but so many people are wanting Shayna Baszler to be a top star and to be a top heel that's going to happen at some point, but I feel it would 100% ruin Ronda Rousey, where right now she's kind of 75% ruined. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. Again, overthinking it. I'm just going to predict Ronda Rousey, but anticipate Shayna Baszler winning. Just because, I'm an idiot. The next matchup, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar 3. I personally wish that this match had some type of stipulation to it, especially because Ronda and Shayna, besides the main event, Ronda and Shayna, this is their first match. This should just be a regular match, in my opinion. Where Cody and Brock, like I just said, this is the third time they compete. You need to add something different to spice it up, because in my opinion, going into it, I'm just going to think it's the same as the first two matches. Where if you put a stipulation on it, which I suggested a Texas Bull Rope match or just a Bull Rope match, it adds a bit of spice and a different factor to it. But this time around, as of right now, there's no stipulation. I'm going to predict Cody. I'm going to hope Cody. All the other matches, I'm like, it doesn't really matter. We need Cody to win. Because my main concern when he lost at Mania is that after, he's going to be looked at as a loser, an idiot for losing, and that they're not going to know what they're doing with him. And to WWE's credit, he is still very over. He is still cheered by the audience. The audience loves Cody, which I thought they were slightly going to turn on him because I didn't expect WWE to book him well. We're in August. Mania was in April. They've done okay. Again, like I said, the audience is still cheering for him. So now the big question is going to be, what the hell is next for Cody after this third bout with Brock Lesnar? And guess what? That's the beauty of it. We have no freaking clue. We will see later on. But like I said, I'm going to hope Cody Rhodes wins this match. Next matchup will be match of the night. And I'm 90% sure this will be match of the night. For the Intercontinental Championship, my personal favorite wrestler in WWE right now, and maybe in the whole industry. I wouldn't write that down. I would write down the WWE part. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre. Speaking of writing something down, as of right now, Gunther has held this Intercontinental title for 417 days. Second longest in a single reign. He's 36 days away from breaking that reign of the Honky Tonk Man. And I've been saying it every time I predict a Gunther match. Please just let it happen. Please just let it happen. I've waited for the longest time for it to happen. And like I said, we're 36 days away. To be so close to something happening and then not happening would bother the absolute hell out of me. So, again, like the last match, I'm going to hope, I'm going to predict that Gunther wins this. And the other thing is I'm going to hope Drew McIntyre, again, doesn't look like a complete loser and a complete idiot after losing this match, where Gunther, if he wins, he's just going to look like Gunther, the guy that everyone... I was going to say the guy everyone was. I wanted to say badass originally, but I was like, I don't want to cuss, but I just did, so I just want Gunther to win. And I don't want Drew to look terrible. So I'm going to predict and hope Gunther, and hope it is the match of the night, because I also predicted that as well. Next, for the women's title, Asuka versus Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair. I will let the elephant out of... What is the saying? I want to say the elephant out of the bag. The cat out of the bag. When I wrote down this in my notebook, I did write it down as the SmackDown Women's title. Completely forget that they changed the name. But I'm going to hope that Asuka wins this match, because I feel that they're going to continue Bianca and Charlotte feuding and beefing after this, and that does not need the title. Those are two of the top names in the women's division. They have so much history already. Where in Asuka, again, this reign kind of feels like it's just started, and it hasn't really picked up any gear, because Bianca and Charlotte just... It's like Asuka standing here, but Charlotte and Bianca are right in the way. If you remember, in the build to Survivor Series 2012, it was a triple threat match. Cena, Ryback, and CM Punk. John Cena, CM Punk, Ryback. And there's the go home. CM Punk was on the apron as Ryback and John Cena are holding the belt up. So it kind of looked like Punk was out of the picture because they're so focused on the other two. That is how this feels. Asuka's the champion, but it feels forgotten because we were seeing so much of Bianca and Charlotte. So I'm going to hope Asuka wins, can move on to defend the championship against other people, and Bianca and Charlotte start their rivalry, start their matches, and whatnot. And then whoever wins that gets to face Asuka. Who would I prefer in that? We'll see when the time comes. Next, for the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor. I am split down the middle on who I think is going to win this match. Seth has obviously been the first champion. You want the first reign to feel historic. But I am going to predict Finn Balor. I just feel that, Finn Balor got screwed out of his initial world title reign on the main roster. Literally, the reign was less than a day. If you want to count it as I don't know how you want to count it, but he vacated the next day on Raw. and he got hurt in a match against Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. I just feel that there's way too many different connections that... Also, I feel if Finn loses the match, he would look like... I keep saying it over and over. He would look like a complete idiot and loser if he got a second match against Seth Rollins and lost again. So, and I also feel that the role that the Judgment Day are on, with Dominic Mysterio being North American Champion, Rhea Ripley being the World Women's Champion, and Damian Priest being Mr. Money in the Bank, that Finn Balor has to have something. And him being the leader, needs to be the World Champion. Also, I feel it adds another dynamic to Damian Priest potentially cashing in his briefcase at any time if it was against the guy that's in his group. Where if he was cashing on Seth Rollins, it just feels a bit less. Where if he cashing on one of his allies or teases cashing in, it just makes the anticipation a bit more. So I am going to predict Finn Balor. But at the end of the day, it's just another one of these matches where I'm alright with either person winning it. But I feel there's too many connections to Finn Balor that it just makes sense. It would be the right thing. But again, WWE sometimes doesn't do the right thing. Now we get to the main event, the big match in the center of the poster for the undisputed Universal title in a tribal combat match. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. I am going to predict the obvious answer in Roman Reigns. It's going to be a long time before Roman Reigns loses, most likely. I don't know when the hell it's going to happen. I would hope that it's at WrestleMania next year. But the main concern I have is that Roman Reigns is rumored to not be on the next 3 premium live events. And it's just like, what are the people on SmackDown fighting for then? Because the U.S. title, they have the number 1 contenders, but then the U.S. title's not even on the show, the pay-per-view. So, premium event. So, it just feels like, I don't know. I feel that a lot of this bloodline storyline could have done without, so far, could have done without the championships. Because Roman, everything that he's blamed the Usos for, he hasn't needed the championship for. And again, Cody, it would elevate him if his first feud was against Brock Lesnar, and he beat Brock Lesnar. That's something that's an impossible task. And then, as the draft happened, more, I'm overthinking it again. But it's as the draft happened, you build up all these other different people that he can face. Seth could be the champion on SmackDown. I'm living in a multiverse now. But it's just so far, I'm not hating on the Roman Reigns, but it's just I still wonder in the back of my head what's going to be next. Maybe it's Bobby Lashley. I would hope it's Bobby Lashley. But we'll see when that happens. I will say I think this is going... I don't see another Roman Reigns. Maybe they do Roman Reigns versus Jimmy Uso at some point, but I just feel that Roman... it's just like I said. The rumor's he's not on the next 3 premium live events. Why? I don't know. I'm just overthinking it. But it's just very hard for me to see Roman Reigns losing these championships anytime soon. So it is what it is. So that is my predictions and thoughts on the 8 matches that will be taking place at SummerSlam as of Thursday. If anything gets added, I'll make a little comment in the comments section. So hopefully you will enjoy this event. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoy your day or night whenever you watch this. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video.